I'm going to Ember Twin. Okay. Can I get out of this funnel? Can I push myself down? Hello, ship. How's your day been? Yeah, mine's not been the best. Ow. And now it's a little bit worse. Only a bit of traumatic injury, Brain. How about you? Okay, more than a bit. Hello everyone, and welcome back to Astrophysicist Plays Outer Wilds. To catch you up on last time, we basically scoured Brittle Hollow for everything the ship's log indicated we had to do, and I believe we have checked that planet off unless anything else comes up. We then took a jaunt over to Ash Twin, since we learned about all the teleportation towers there. Didn't really learn much, except we got a lot of things pointing us to Ember Twin, saying that if we go there, it will tell us where each of the towers connects us to. So let's check the ship's log to catch up here. Okay, so just a couple new things. So Ash Twin Towers. Several large Nomite towers form a ring around Ash Twin's equator, and you can kind of see that on the little picture there. So we learned that Ash Twin starts out mostly covered in ash, and then over the course of the time loop sheds the ash, which goes over to Ember Twin, and the towers become more and more visible. So the picture there is showing it at the kind of most shed state. The Whitehole Station was used as a model for these towers, which were built for the Ash Twin project. And Sun Station, we learned about this as well. The Nomai built something called the Sun Station, but not everyone supported its construction. Okay, so we could try going over to the Sun Station. It's going to be a bit tricky to land there. But we've got a lot pointing us to Ember Twin. There's the final bit of quantum knowledge there, and we're also it'll tell us how to evade the anglerfish in Dark Bramble and explain which tower goes where on Ash Twin. So I think it only makes sense for us to head to Ember Twin now. Now, at the beginning of the loop, it should be least filled with ash. So I think to make the most out of our time there, we're probably going to want to go as deep down into it as possible, because presumably the ash is going to fill up from the middle out, and then work our way up. Now, there's going to be a lot of things to discover here, so this is going to take us a few visits, I think. So, let's go right inside. Ooh, ship's auto-adjusting for us. Now, is there any way we can land the ship, like, right here? Okay. We can. Are we stable? Yeah, we're stable enough. So let's see if there's any way to get in right here at the very center of the planet. Okay. So, ash there. That's filling up. Let's just circle around, see if there's any opening around here. This will be as deep as it is ever possible to get on this planet. Ooh. Yeah, there's that big funnel of ash pouring down on us. Good. Okay. Vitals low. Vitals critical. Okay, so the funnel of ash kills us. Good to know. Alright, I will meet you back at Ember Twin. Doesn't look like there's a way from the center, so we'll look for another entrance. Okay, here we are. So, looking at the planet, there are a few interesting things I see on the surface. There's this thing which looks like the gravity cannon we found on Brittle Hollow. There's a teleportation pad, but I don't think we'll find anything interesting going from there. Let's check out this gravity cannon. It's not going to be the most buried thing, but, you know, once we figure out an entrance or something, we can go from there. At least I presume this is another gravity cannon. Yeah, what the hell, let's just jump down. Okay, gravity 0.6x, so we can gain significant height with the booster. Okay. Oh, there we go. Alright, so what is this? Activate the gravity cannon on the left, call the shuttle home. So let's call the shuttle home. Okay. So, this looks like... Ooh, suit puncture detected. That's bad. Okay, we're definitely up. Okay, we can patch that up. Okay, gotta avoid those cactuses or we'll lose oxygen. Alright, let's check out inside this shuttle, see if there are any logs or anything here. Oh, recording. There we go. Clary, I fear our situation may be dire. Poke and I landed here on this comet not long after its arrival in the star system. Okay, so they're talking about the comet now. Our shuttle's equipment heard strange energy readings coming from somewhere beneath the surface. Clary, Pi and Poke were able to locate a fissure in the ice on the comet's sunward side, and they descended inside to investigate the source of the readings. Clary, but Pi and my sister have been gone for a long time now. They haven't contacted me since descending below the surface either. Clary, should I leave the shuttle to look for them? I want to follow protocol, but I don't know what I'll do if they aren't well. Poke, Pi, come back to me safely, my friends. Okay. So that team of 3 went over to the comet, and last thing we know, Clary was waiting on them, and this must be Clary. And died just standing there. That's interesting. Okay. So we could control the shuttle there. I don't know if we can do much, but okay. So that's another plot thread we can follow if we want. Alright, so where were the controls here? I think I'll leave this shuttle now. I thought something was going up there. So if we launch the shuttle here, do we see anything interesting happen? Okay, something happened in the ship's log. Yeah, we'll check that later, figure out what it wants us to know. So they set up another gravity cannon here to launch the shuttle. Okay. The Sunless City, 120 meters. Okay. Careful with the cacti, and, okay, we're not getting through there. So we're gonna need to find another entrance. Let's check around down here if there's anything else. There are stairs going down. Okay. Nope, doesn't look like anything. Let's make it back up to the ship, and we'll look for something else to do on the planet. Oh, really low gravity here. So I wonder if the gravity of this planet is going to increase over time. Ooh, gotta get in quickly so that doesn't kill me again. Okay. Alright, let's look for something else to do here. I remember there was a mention of the high energy lab on this planet. I think it said entrance near the equator. Ooh, okay, some stuff over here. There we go. Some writing on the wall there. What's going on? Okay. Melleray, this planet sometimes, and only sometimes, has a moon. This is also of note. It disappears if no one is watching it. Isn't that a fascinating orbital characteristic? Okay, so they're talking about the quantum moon. I don't think we've heard from Melleray before. Probably one of the Nomai who originally landed on Ember Twin before they reunited with those on Brittle Hollow. That's my guess, at least. That reminds me, maybe we should put up the signal scope and search for their escape pod. Melleray, this is my first time encountering a natural satellite with the ability to vanish when not being watched. We should study it, or even better, we should travel there. Burr, I agree. Our first step would be determining a method to track this phantom moon so that we can always know where it is. Yeah, we can do that with the signal scope with the quantum frequencies, that helps. Anana, given its reluctance to move while consciously observed, it might be a form of macroscopic quantum mechanics. Yeah, we talked about that in a previous episode, so you can go back a few episodes ago, the one I titled Quantum Tunneling, I think was the one where I talk about how that works in reality and doesn't really make sense with how they do it in game. Burr, I found your note, Melleray. Kindly count me among this moon's admirers. What is happening when it disappears? I doubt it ceases to exist. Does it move to another location? Anana, I believe so. Not only does the moon appear around Brittle Hollow, I can confirm it sometimes orbits Timber Hearth as well. Okay. Yeah, so nothing really new for us there. Huh, so what is this? This looks like something for, like, tracking the orbits of various planets. Is this like the relative orbital positions of each planet? Wait, hold up. What's that one? Why does that one go back and forth? So are we tracking them? Oh, yeah, so it's always relative to Ember Twin. So it points right at each other planet. So like that's, yeah, so it points at Brittle Hollow. That points at, I guess that must be Timber Hearth. It must be on the other side of the sun. And then Giant's Deep over there. I don't see one pointing to Ash Twin, interestingly. So yeah, a couple are just on the other side of the sun now. And what is that? That must be the quantum moon. Yeah, that's the quantum symbol they have. That's why that one jumps around. Okay, so something to track the planets. That's pretty cool. And then, again, right here in center is these two. Now, interestingly, does... no, that doesn't rotate to point to Ash Twin in any way. Okay, cool. So the Nomai must have built this, maybe designed to track the quantum moon, or all planets in general. Yeah, too far. Okay. Unidentified signal, but I want to get up there first. So I have to be a bit careful in this low gravity, not to overshoot things. Okay, recording. Chirt's research notes, property of Chirt. Yeah, so this is one of the Parthians. It's been a while since we've seen anything from them, but I guess... Yeah, we can also track down Chirt with the Outer Wilds Venture signal. Clearly, the Nomai were making astronomical observations here. Yep, they chose an excellent spot. What is this big rotating device for? What was it the Nomai were observing? Yeah, it's interesting they would have that. I wonder if it was just to see if they can, or was it specifically for the quantum moon? I'd posit there's something special about the orange symbol. Yeah, that's the quantum moon. Hal and the new astronaut's translator tool would be nice to have handy about now. Okay, and there's a scroll here, so let's take this over to the wall and check this out as well. Nana, the quantum moon locator. Okay, yeah, so this was all designed for the quantum moon, and then you can see where it is by which planet on the device it aligns with. The quantum moon locator is functioning. We have markers for each of the places the moon goes. Anana, Burr, I just observed the quantum moon in orbit around Dark Bramble. Anana, you have keen eyes, my friend. So this moon travels to a total of 5 locations, not 4. Burr, I added a marker for Dark Bramble. Burr, I thought the locator now accounted for all of the Phantom Moon's locations, but sometimes the locator can't tell where the moon is. Perhaps there's a problem with the device. So this is the 6th location that we learned about in the tower on Brittle Hollow. So when it goes there, the locator doesn't know where it is. Melloray, it's also possible there exists a 6th place in this star system to which the Phantom Moon travels. Yeah. Okay. So they were picking up the clues here, but this is very surface level knowledge, in a sense, literally. So they're not giving us the deep insight here, since you could find this out easily just by going to the surface of Ember Twin. Okay. So let's look around. I think I saw... Yes. Is that the distress beacon? Okay. So let's check that out, as well as the escape pod here. And then maybe that'll give us some indication of how we can get inside to that sunless city we heard about. So, yeah. Okay. Identified that signal, escape pod 2. Anything to do there? No. Okay, and here's the other escape pod. Let's head in and check it out. Okay, so yeah, Nana was on the escape pod, so here she was one of the original Nomai to leave the vessel. Sounds like. Okay. Nana, we need status reports for all systems, but initial things first. Is everyone unharmed? Roos, our escape pod's passengers are afraid, but physically well, Nana. Everyone survived the crash. Anana, this is a relief at least. You have my gratitude. Burr, were you able to find the other escape pod's distress signals? Burr, I can hear both signals somewhere in this star system, but I don't believe either escape pod crashed on the same planet as us. Okay, so the 3rd escape pod, the one in Dark Bramble, is emitting the symbol, though it's unclear if any of the Nomai survived. We only heard about the Nomai from Brittle Hollow and Ember Twin reuniting. So it's possible the Nomai on the 3rd escape pod didn't survive. Okay. Okay. Let's check up here first. Begin flight log. Escape pod 2. Vessel has been mortally injured. Yeah, again, that weird way of talking about it as if it's a living creature. Emergency sequence activated. Awaiting departure from vessel. Launching escape pod 3. Now launching escape pod 2. And so this only has those two as... This is escape pod 2, so it doesn't have the record of escape pod 1 launching. Alert. Collision imminent. Prepare for impact. Scanning external environment. Scan complete. External temperature is prohibitively high. Verdict inhospitable. Do not seek shelter on planet's surface. So yeah, these planets are very close to the moon. It's like Mercury in our system. Close in, it gets very hot. But they did decide to go out here. So they must have decided they had no choice and sought shelter beneath the surface. And I guess formed the sunless city, to quote, because you couldn't get the heat from the sun there. Okay, let's read to confirm. Melloray, the heat from this star system's sun is more bearable below the surface. Yeah. Melloray, when our escape pod punctured this planet's surface, it broke into what scans show as a cave system with much cooler air. Ah, yeah, so the escape pod opened up a path into the cave system. So that's how they got down, and how I can get down. I would recommend we seek a site down there to build a long-term shelter, Anana, but these passages are a maze. Anana, even with this danger, they are still our best chance for survival. We'll form teams and descend into the caves to look for a shelter site. We can mark our findings on the walls to avoid becoming irreversibly lost. Anana, be cautious, everyone. Roos, and be aware of the sand as you search. It appears to be rising gradually. Yeah, it's doing that for me too. Okay. Flashlight on. And markings. Emergency escape hatch. So they pop that off. Roos, keep moving, friends. There's nothing of interest at the end of this passage but rocks. Okay, skip that one. And while these rocks are interesting, they can wait until a less urgent time. Oh, now I want to go see the rocks. Okay. I have to go see these interesting rocks. These rocks aren't very interesting. Bruce, you lied to me. Melray, do not follow this tunnel to its end. Coleus and I will examine the horror that lies at its terminus later, provided we live through this. Oh geez, this place is just filled with schmuck bait, tempting me to go through and see what horror lies at the end. Okay, so this is... oh, it's just a bunch of stalactites and stalagmites and... oh, maybe that's the anglerfish fossil. Can I launch the scope? Yes. Okay. So, let's look around. Yeah. Okay. Now, apparently there was some clue in this cavern as to how to avoid the anglerfish. Maybe I have to get inside there to do that. Yeah, there's writing down there. Can I translate through the scout in it anyway? No, I don't think I can. Okay, I am going to, leave my scout there. That works, right? Can I? Yeah, I'll leave my scout there to point me to that, see if I can figure out a way to come around later. Okay. Bad prickly cactus. Ooh, hole there. Yeah, that's the escape pod. While we're down here, let's put it on Outer Wilds. Because we've got, I think it was Chert on this planet. Yeah. Okay, Chert's down that way. Melray, we have found an enormous cavern at the end of this passage that appears promising. I believe we could construct long-term shelter there. Anana, the cavern Melray found is a wise choice for shelter. Do mark directions for the others to follow. Coleus, this is the start of the path to the shelter site. I've left directions to guide you there. Melray, of note, we must hurry, as the pathway there is filling with sand. Do not allow yourself to be buried by sand and make sure no one is lost. Okay. So, at some point, this is probably going to get too filled with sand to get there. Anything over here? Anana, of note, this passage leads to breathable air. Refill your supply tank there. Ooh, yeah, looking at what I have left, that's a good idea. We cannot tell how far deep these tunnels may wind, but do not linger as the area is exposed to the heat of this alien sun. Okay, so maybe this is another passage in? Not sure. Okay, cave entrance here. Oh. Refill your air supply tank and return quickly. Yeah, so this is getting filled up. Oh, I just want to see roughly where this is. Okay, so this comes in off of the, like a cave in the central equator, so I can maybe get in through there. I'm not sure it's any more efficient than coming in via the escape pod, though. Ooh. Okay, this way. I'm gonna cross the sand. Hopefully it isn't getting to be too late. Okay. They were leaving markings, but maybe the markings are too low. And they're already buried in sand. Okay. Not seeing anything up there. Well, it could be that I'll just have to come straight back here in the next loop. Because things are filling up. Oh. Yeah, I might have just trapped myself. Let me just double check, but yeah, this looks like I'm at a dead end. Yeah, I am. Okay. Next loop, I will meet you back here and we'll try to get in before it all fills with sand. See you then. Okay, I'm back, and this time I see an interesting tower-like thing that resembles what I saw on Ash Twin, and I'm too tempted to see what's inside. I also saw something in the big canyon at the equator that looked interesting, because I still haven't figured out what the other tower like this on Ash Twin does. Oh, launch scout. So I can put my scout in there. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not sure how useful that is if I'm learning anything from the scout. But if I have the scout down there, I can use that to figure out how to get inside. So, when I was looking around here, I peeked into the central canyon and saw something in there that looked artificial right nearby. Ooh, and right near here. So, okay. Let us... Okay, the ship isn't destroyed by the big sand spout, at least. Okay, that's good news. Yeah. Okay. I did not park properly on... that's bad news. Okay, so... And I'm now in the sand spout again. That's worse news. See you all next loop, everyone. Okay, I'm back now. And I'm going to search out where I was and just try to do a better parking job. Ooh. The sand funnel hasn't actually started yet. That's interesting. So it doesn't start quite at the beginning of the loop, but waits a bit. Huh. Okay. So, okay, yeah. So over on this side, it looks like they've got a power cord going in, but it's not open. So maybe on the other side it will be. Not sure what's going on there, but maybe we can at least get an indication of what it is. Ooh, ghost matter. Crash site caves. Scout launcher, is this safe? Ghost matter now. The Sunless City, 120 meters. Okay, so... Can we get through? No, it doesn't look like we can. So this is another dead end. Alright, but at least we've checked it out and tried. And don't know how to get in there. They've got a power cord going in. But, yeah, like with Brittle Hollow, there's something very interesting at the spots that are hardest to get to. It was very tricky to get to the Southern Observatory there. Oh, something here. Oh, is that a door? Knowing how all the other exits are blocked off, it's probably going to be broken, but let's go and find out. The Sunless City, 300 meters. Oops, sorry. I didn't do that. It fell over on its own. Yes, of course the door is broken. Okay. Raimi, note, this door will need to remain closed for some time. I don't think that's going to be a problem. Pi and I are running an experiment based on the extraordinary findings from the Whitehall station. Raimi, an update. The High Energy Lab is now being used to design the Ash Twin project. If you're here to help, or even just to observe, be sure to use the Sunless City path to the lab. Okay, yeah, so there's another path from the Sunless City. Pi, Raimi and I will be running this experiment until one of us, specifically me, can prove the other wrong. So although it's inconvenient, the lab currently can only be accessed by the path from the Sunless City. Raimi, inviting sand inside would disrupt our setup and could have enormous consequences. We realize this is an intriguing prospect, but the door must remain closed nonetheless. And it's broken. Okay. So everyone's there saying, don't open the door. Wait, I thought I broke you. How did you get put back together? Now stay broken. Are you quantum or something? Do you fix... Okay, you're not quantum. You'll fix yourself before my eyes. That is interesting. Maybe some weird nomite technology? I don't know. Okay. Now, let's see if we can get into the Sunless City. Bridges here. Do those go into any caves? This one does. Okay, let's get out carefully. Okay, not... Okay, that did not look like it was gonna make me fall into the center of the planet again. Yeah. Okay, this planet is cursed. And no, I can get up just barely not far enough. Oh! But the ash is coming. The ash is gonna kill me, or the ghost matter is gonna kill me. Which will kill me first? The ash or the ghost matter? Or will I somehow survive? Well, I'm not dead yet. Let's see if I can survive. I mean, I'm gonna waste a lot of time in this loop, but this planet is so cursed that I just want to try to survive to spite it at this point. So, there's my ship. Okay. Still not dead. Still not dead. Can I get inside? I can. Medkit. Oh. Somehow survived. Okay. So I'm gonna try to kind of jostle myself. Oh, that... Nope, not safe. So I don't think we have a safe landing site here that we can get out of. Maybe on the bridge on the other side. Yeah, that one looks a little bit safer. Okay. There we go. And then we can jump across. Bonk our head. And find out where we are. Okay. So, okay. Prickly cactus down there, do not fall. Over here we have another exit. Unidentified signal. Outer Wilds Ventures. Okay, so that's probably churred up there. They're on the surface, so that'll be easy enough to get to, but we should go deeper before too much time has passed. Or, well, okay. What if we go up? Alright. So, more cactus. Ooh, quantum shard. Okay. Well, we were looking for this. That's nice. Melore. Coleus is missing. He vanished from the lakebed cave, the one at the bottom of the dry lake bed on the North Pole. Okay, so there's a cave on the North Pole. That's good to know. Several days ago, and we're unable to find any trace of him. I don't know how much air he had when he disappeared. I beg any friend reading this, help us recover Coleus. Scrollius. Melore. This rock is very familiar. Did you travel here, my sedimentary friend? Because your unique color and texture appears identical to a rock I meant earlier. Yeah, quantum rocks will do that. Melore, wasn't this rock fragment in the cave we found at the bottom of the dry lake bed at the North Pole? Okay, maybe we should go there. Coleus, we plan to re-examine the northern lake bed cave. Maybe our friendly rock will meet us down there. Coleus, an update. Melloray and I went back to the lake bed cave and observed this rock. You're really laying it on thick, game. Sometimes it's there and sometimes it isn't. Melloray, that means this rock wanders like the quantum moon does. How curious. So, not there. Still not there. There again. Hello, rock. Okay, let's go meet you at the North Lake Bed Cave. We've probably wasted too much time to be able to get into the Sunless City this cycle. Okay, so this way is south. Gotta go quick to avoid the ash. And get in. Okay, let's just patch up quickly. Refill jetpack. Surprisingly did not take any damage from all the head bunks. Okay, I'm just gonna let the ash pass so it doesn't screw things up. Yeah, can we get out? We seem to be a little bit stuck. There we go. Okay, so I think this goes around the equator. We were traveling south, so this way should be north. Yeah. Would be nice if we had the planet map while we were in our ship. Let me just land here so I can take that out. Okay. So, no, this is the South Pole. Right there. That big rock is probably South Pole-ish. Okay, wrong way. Gotta go to the other pole. Oh, and little smoke there. That's probably where Chert is, with the lake bed cave below. So let's go out. Let's say hi to Chert while we're here. I've got it set up so it pauses time. Yeah, I'm not doing that again. Okay. Is that better? That's safe enough. Okay. Well. Oh, there you are. Hello. Hello, Chert. Goodness, it's you, nameless adventurer. We really should have given you a name. That would have been kind, but we decided to send you off into space on your own instead. Hello, I take it your first lunch went well then. Welcome to the Hourglass Twins. Mind the sand now. So, what are you up to? Hornfels asked me to update our star charts, so I'm out here observing. This is one of the best places in the solar system to spot astronomical events, you know. What's weird is I've actually seen a couple of supernovae today. A couple today. That is very frequent. Like, to give you a reference point, in our real world, we can see a supernova by eye once every few hundred years. And many hundreds. There are historical records of people talking about a supernova that would hang in the sky for weeks at a time. Would have been nice to see, but they're just too rare to see by eye. Now you have telescopes watching for supernovae. You can see them much more frequently, thankfully, but by eye, yeah, they're not that common. Usually I'd be fortunate to see just one. Even just one per day. Fortunate. That is still ridiculously more. Keep an eye or four on the stars, and maybe you'll spot one yourself. So, even in-game, this is weird. That's interesting. They're seeing a lot of supernova. Huh. Alright. Tell me, what can I do for you? I found something. Sure. Please do tell. I found Nomai writing about a hidden planet. How fascinating. I guess that's the sixth location. It might interest you to know the existence of an additional planet is entirely plausible if you look at the physics of our solar system. It would just have to be incredibly far out there, farther than Harthian ships would be able to travel. You know, there's an interesting history in the real world of search for new planets. We're almost positive we found all the planets. Now, I don't think there's any possibility left for a full planet. There are possibilities of dwarf planets, but obviously that wasn't always the case. So, yeah, first, obviously, it was just Earth. And then people started to notice that some of the things they thought were stars would wander from place to place in the sky over night. So I believe the ones they could see were Mercury, Venus, definitely Venus, and Mars and Jupiter, probably Mercury, and Saturn. Saturn is visible by eye. I think Uranus is too, but Neptune isn't. Uranus might be visible with moderate aid, but Neptune wasn't found. So I think there were like those, what is it, 5? Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn. I believe those 5 you could see by eye wandering, and then that was the state of affairs for a long while. And eventually, when people were doing physics on the planets and watching their paths, they noticed a couple of oddities. Both the orbits of Mercury and Uranus seemed to be a bit off from what was expected, and so they were hypothesizing a couple of extra planets that the influence of their gravity could explain it. So for Mercury, they hypothesized a planet even closer to the sun, which they called Vulcan. And for Uranus, I'm not sure if they named it first, but they hypothesized a planet further out. In the case of Uranus, they found that the hypothesis of a planet fit very well with all the perturbations they were seeing. They charted out a very specific orbit the planet would be and say, okay, if this is indeed a planet, if we're right, we will find the planet exactly there right now. They look there right now, and bam, there's a planet which they call Neptune. For Mercury, however, there was no such planet, and it was a mystery a while longer as to why its orbit didn't quite make sense. It turned out that it was actually, it wasn't the influence of another planet, but gravity on at the strength of it near that close to the sun's orbit wasn't quite following Newtonian gravity as we understand it. The gravity there was just strong enough that we had to use general relativity to explain it. And so once Einstein hypothesized that, calculated it all out, it showed that, no, you don't need another planet to explain Mercury. It turns out gravity is just a bit different. There were also other ideas of planets that we didn't have any evidence existed, but we just thought could, like counter Earth. Like, what if there was a planet that was always on the opposite side of the sun from Earth? This would fit in, have a stable orbit, and we could never see that from Earth. And it was only very recently, in the last 50 or so years, we were able to get the space program to a state where we could send probes out to take pictures on the other side of the sun and find, no, there isn't a counter Earth there. Okay, anyways, enough of a digression. It would have to be incredibly far out there, farther than Harthian ships would be able to travel. And honestly, we don't know all that much about what's out there. The farther you go, the less we know. As such, it's well within the realm of possibility that such a planet exists. Oh, okay. I have a question for you. I found something. We talked about that. I found Nomai writing about the quantum moon. Oh yes, everyone loves a good mystery, don't they? Who wouldn't wonder about a moon that's sometimes there and sometimes not? You know, we must have figured this out from Timber Hearth as well. We're gonna see this moon, right? This isn't exactly gonna be news to us. Yeah, okay, so they do know about it. It's just us as the player who doesn't. Okay. I've observed the quantum moon orbiting each of the 5 planets, but sometimes it quite simply disappears from the sky altogether. Maybe there's another place it travels to. Unfortunately, if there is, I've never seen it. Perhaps if I take a closer look at these star charts. Okay. How do I know if I've spotted a supernova? Supernovae look like extra bright stars to the naked eye, but if you zoom in with your signal scope, you can tell they're actually enormous explosions. Might be interesting to look at one of those. Massive stars go supernova at the very end of their lifespans, which is why it's so unusual to see 2 in a single day. Yeah, not every star goes supernova. If it isn't massive enough, it won't explode. It'll just go red giant, burn up for a while, and then eventually collapse into a white dwarf, where it just burns off its excess heat. I wonder if some of these stars are older than we realized. Okay, what are you doing up here? Right now, I'm documenting stars. Hornfels noticed our star charts are out of date, so they asked me to update them. Please don't tell the others I said this, but sometimes I think I'm the only traveler out here interested in doing any science at all. Yeah, you might be. Or maybe don't tell Hornfels either. I think they're pretty deep in denial. Okay. Where should I explore here? To be honest, I haven't left this lake bed. I don't mean to brag, but I'm really quite good with the little scout, so I've been taking pictures of everything from right here in my campsite. Have you seen the old shipwreck site on Ember Twin's southern hemisphere? Yeah, been there. The one shooting a beam of light into the sky. It's not one of our own crashes, surprisingly enough. This one's Nomai ship. You'll find Nomai ruins across the Twins, but strangely not a single settlement. Believe me, if there was one to see, I'd have seen it with my little scope. Yeah, they lived underground in the Sunless City. I guess you don't have the translator to figure that out. So where did they live? Not on the surface, clearly. Ember Twin is full of cave systems, though. Maybe the answer lies underground. And, okay. How dangerous is that big column of falling sand? Fatal. On a scale of 1 to dead, I'd give it a 7 or 8. Awfully pretty, though. Right now, sand is flowing from Ash Twin to Ember Twin, but did you know the process eventually reverses? Yeah, that makes sense. It couldn't go this one way forever, since Ember Twin does get pretty full at the end of the loop. We're not completely sure why the sand flows back and forth between the twins, but it seems to be a natural phenomena. Yeah, there is something that can happen if you have 2 bodies orbiting each other. Very often, like, if there's loose material on one and the other is more massive, the more massive one will basically steal mass off the other. We call it accretion for the slow buildup of mass. But that only ever goes one way, from the less massive to the more massive. I can't think of a way it would reverse, but this is a weird fictional universe. Maybe there's some magical gravity fluctuation that changes one planet to be more massive than the other at some point. Or maybe all the sand builds up, causes that to be more massive, it yo-yos. I don't think that would work in reality. No, that's not going to work in reality, because at some point the one that's lost all the sand would have to become more massive to steal it back, so no, that wouldn't work. Anyways, if you'd like something interesting, check out the other twin once a little more of its sand drains off. I promise you won't be disappointed. Yeah, we've been there. Okay. Alright. Just watch out for falling sand, okay? I've had to dig myself out once or twice, and that's not half as fun as it sounds. Alright, well. Let's check the bottom of this lake bed. I don't think that's the lake bed. There's supposed to be a cave around here somewhere. Maybe this is the lake bed. So we are at the northern equator, and this is kind of this is a pillar in the center of the lake bed. And yes, there is our very precariously parked ship. And let's see if there is someplace we can get down to. So I wonder if that's the lake bed cave. Let's try getting down there. Okay. Yeah. I'm not sure if there's anything below. Let's try this. See what we find here. Okay, so this looks familiar. Were we here before? Wait, was this just where we were? Yeah, okay, so there's another cave we're looking for. I guess this is just the other exit from that cave system. We must have missed it or something. Okay, so we need to find another cave. I saw some stairs over here, I think. Yes. So let's head down. Hopefully the cave isn't filled up yet. Well, it might have. Oh, this is an annoying planet. I gotta keep getting here quick or all the interesting stuff to do dries up. It's partially on me for continually getting distracted by something else. But it's mostly on the game for giving me so many things to be distracted by. Okay, I'm not seeing anything here. I think we've made almost a full loop. Yep, we have. We're too late once more. Okay, well... let's see. What else is there to do? Can we do anything else this loop, or should I just start over? Huh. Well, I haven't looked at that half of the pillar, so let's just have a peek around here for anything interesting. Otherwise, we can maybe head over to Ash Twin, see if there's anything interesting to do. Like, maybe we just hang out on one of the warp pads, see where it takes us. Yeah, this doesn't look too interesting. So we've been there. There's a cave at the bottom, which has got it filled up. And let's check out Ash Twin. I'll just skip ahead to when I get there. Okay, here I am. I'm just looking at this tower kind of at the end of the line. Is there... Okay, yeah, we can get in through the balcony. You know what, I'm just going to pick a random tower. We don't quite know where they go yet. Hopefully I can jump up. Let's give it a go. I'm just going to pick a random tower, wait till I get warped, see where it takes me. Okay. I'm going to Ember Twin. Okay. Can I get out of this funnel? Can I push myself down? Hello, ship. How's your day been? Yeah, mine's not been the best. Ow. And now it's a little bit worse. Only a bit of traumatic injury, brain. How about you? Okay, more than a bit. You know, some episodes I struggle to find a hook for the beginning of the video. Don't think that's going to be a problem this week. Yarrow, some time has passed since I checked in with you, Pi. How are you and Idea progressing with the Sun Station plans? Presently my assessments are planned while they're... Okay, we've read that. So they're talking about the Sun Station. Maybe this warps us to the Sun Station? Well, if we can get in, but... Hazard. Yeah, okay. So, we have... So we can talk about... Okay, they're talking about the Sun Station. Maybe this teleports us there, but... yeah, we're not getting through that safely. We're just gonna get punctured. And there's just not enough room. You can send the scout through, but I'm not really seeing... Is that another door over there? Or is it just taking a picture of this door? In any case, I would have to find it. Getting through there, that still looks dangerous. It's marginally less impossible, but no, not getting through. Okay. So... Oh, what about here? This... Okay, this is, bad. But what the hell, I've got nothing better to do. So maybe I have to just find the right timing to come over here just when the sand covers up those spikes. Yeah, that feels like what I'm supposed to do. Well, I think we're probably at a decent point to end the episode. So, for doing that, let's just take the one little bit of advice we got and watch for supernovae. Let's just head out into space as far away from the sun as possible and watch the sky. Ooh, there's a nice cluster of stars right in front of us that looks interesting. Let's head straight on till morning, accelerating forward as fast as possible, and see what we see. I'll fast forward a bit till we see something interesting. Oh, returning to solar system. Oh, come on. Hey, do we have to? You don't want me to escape the supernova, do you? Come on. Oh, abort autopilot. Can I just go out? Yeah. Bye-bye, solar system. Okay, maybe you just have to manually override it if you want to get away. Oh, I think I see something. One of those stars? Oh, two of them. One over on the left near the top, one on the right. Yeah, it got bigger and faded away, and over on the left as well. So it took quite a bit of time, but the stars do seem to be starting to go supernova. Oh, there's another one there. Yeah, that's 3. Oh, 4. Yeah. I've been traveling for a bit. Let me just see. How far away from our solar system am I? Ooh. Got an achievement for that. Pick up all traveler signals at once. Ah, so hearing the full song from the 3 million meters away. Yeah, that's a long distance. 1% of a light year, actually. Oh, that 1% of a light year. That... How fast am I going then? Yeah. Yeah, I'm going... Yeah, I'm going an appreciable fraction of the speed of light, actually. Yeah. Oh. Oh. Oh, wait. I'm thinking kilometers, not meters. So, yeah, it's not 1%. It's 1% of 1,000. So, much smaller than that, but yeah. Alright, well, let's wave goodbye to the solar system as we float off into the dead of space. Stars going supernova all around us as we listen to the song of our fellow astronauts. I will see everyone else next week. Have fun. Bye-bye. Thank you very much for watching, everyone. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, subscribe, and click the bell to be sure you get notifications of new uploads. See you again soon.